out there, all you YouTubers, social media platform viewers, toy freaks and geeks, toy addicts and fanatics, all the comic book fanboy and fangirls, all the art fans. Check it out. We're back. Time Studios live mass unboxing. Uh, if you know me and my taste in comics, one of the things I do get constantly in my comic collection are the Scotty Young covers, and I have about 9 boxes I've got right now, 9 short boxes worth. So I'm a big Scotty Young fan, and I like his other styles too. But this animated, like kind of kid baby style, baby Marvel style, really took off years ago, and it's still around, but I actually don't mind it as much. Sometimes it's really cool, sometimes it's kind of repetitive, but he's been changing it up. He's been doing a lot of good exclusives uh with his web store. I'm a big fan of his. It reminds me of like Peanuts from back in the day. I used to actually read it in comic strips. Uh and as you can see on some of these, the ones that you can see, all of these were purchased at the Joker's Child in Fairlawn on River Road. Uh, that was my home base shop, like my closest shop, especially when I lived in Clifton, right across the river there. It was only like a 10-minute drive. Awesome. I used to be there every Wednesday at 12 o'clock as soon as they opened on New Comic Book Day. But this collection was amassed over years. I purchased all of these through assorted times over the past, let's say it's 2026, February now. It's freezing outside in New Jersey. But let's say I was picking these up from these are all from 2021 to 2024, because you got to remember these are the Gentle Giant Scotty Young animated statues. However, Diamond Comics is the one who was behind this. So Diamond Toys or whatever they did. So they are no longer in business. So there hasn't really, I haven't seen any new ones. There's tons of old ones out there, and exclusives and Comic Con variants and all types of stuff. But this is to add to the collection of a Scotty Young section I have already. And before we start unboxing these, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And let's just count how many these are. So we're going to open 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 19. We're going to be opening up 19 animated Scotty Young statues in this mass unboxing. Time Studios, we are live. And I kind of want to, get this at a good pace going, because I gotta go and watch Beyond Wednesday and modern, Saturday night show. But let's get started here. Let's just make sure this is working first. All right, that's good. It's been a while since I turned it on. Uh, Now all of these were from the Joker's Child, as I said before, and they always would open them up in front of you, take them out so you can, inspect it, make sure it's not damaged, and that you knew what you were buying, which is great because I did this one time. I ended up purchasing from Midtown Comics in the one closest to Times Square. And all right, so there goes the certificate, limited edition number 480 486 of 3000. All right, Peter Parker animated style statue. I've got quite a collection of these. So yeah, I purchased one at Midtown Comics, and when I got home and opened it up, it was a Thor, and his fingers were, no, it was Magneto, and his fingers, no, I'm sorry, it was Thor, and his fingers were busted. So on this one, Just blow it off right there. Okay. As you can see, actually, you know what? Really isn't your fault. You can't really see that too well. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go and bring you up a little bit closer there. There you go. I'll just tilt down a little bit more. And now we're set. Okay, so as you can see here, these are all based on different ones he's had on covers over the years. So you got your Peter Parker, half half Peter Parker, half Spider-Man. Only thing missing is a spider sense tingling. Amazing. I love Scotty Young art. I love his comics. Uh, I've got tons of his variant covers and his incentive covers. As you can see, always well done, well sculpted. Uh, I've got about a collection so far of about maybe 30 to 40, in between that number so far. And let's just say I'm expanding the Scotty Young section, which will be shown in the new room tour video, or house tour actually, because there's toys everywhere, all types of stuff. So there you have Peter Parker. All right, put him to the side here. These boxes are gonna pile up real fast, and then I'm gonna have to throw them in a bin. So we've got Gamora here, okay? And, you know, the boxes are pretty well descriptive of exactly what you're getting inside, pretty much to exactly to scale. Nice and compact. And on the flip side of the certificate, right, you always have an image, almost like a trading card in a way. Actually, I should actually get some top loaders and put them all in little sleeves. I might do that one day down the line and get them all sleeved up. So this one, as you can see, hold on, let me move this out of the way first. Keep all the plastic and stuff together, all the certificate, a little bit of styrofoam, and static electricity, of course. Okay, now it's clinging to my, yeah. All right, blow this one off. Here we have Gamora. Beautiful. Well done. I don't think, I'm not sure, but I would say it's quite possible I do have this issue, I believe. So well done. Again, they captured the essence and then they filled in the blanks on the back side of the image. Very cool. Exactly like how he draws it. Whatever cover that one was. Next one up, we've got Winter Soldier. Okay, so the packaging is always good. I gotta say, they take care of their stuff. All right, always be delicate anyway. They are fragile. If you use too much force or twist or turn too much torque, something may snap off. So here we've got Winter Soldier. Beautiful figure here. These Scotty Young statues, man, I tell you, when you see how many all together displayed, they look really great. I don't really go for the variants too much. just because I was still working on getting all the regulars first. Next one up, we have Hawkeye. Alright. Now, since they were opened already and displayed in front of me, this kind of makes it easy to just pull it out. I don't have to cut anything. I had my, I didn't have my trusty X-Acto knife ready, but that's alright. I had like a retractable razor over here ready to go. So here we have Hawkeye joining the party. Really good image. Now, I'm not sure if Scotty Young sells any of these on his website, but I'm sure there's other properties he's done that he can totally do this with. Next up, we have Loki. In particular, my favorites usually are the Spider-Man statues that they make, and usually say the villains. The villains usually are much cooler. He can express more range of things that are interesting when it's a villain. So move Winter Soldier over here. Next up, the God of Mischief, Loki, joining the party with his party horns on. Alright. I don't think I have any other Loki Scotty Young statues. Like most of them, he only has one version. Next up, he has Mysterio here. Alright, coming up. Oh, this one's one of my favorites. Right up there with Thanos. Thanos has two different versions that I've seen, that I have. Move Hawkeye over. Okay, Mysterio. Even their colors go well together next to each other. Okay. Really well done on the Mysterio one, especially. Of course, the bowl being the highlight, and then nailing the outfit the way they did. Captured the whole essence perfectly. Okay. Next up, we got Moon Knight. Now these are great because they're not too big, they're not too small, they're just right in between, and they really display nicely when you have multiples, like especially. So, and they're nice and compact. Unless you get one of those rare bigger ones, like the Deadpool Merc like kissing booth that he did, or the Spider-Man and Mary Jane like in love one. I forget what cover it was, but there's a big base for the figure, and a big heart as the background, the backdrop of Mary Jane and Peter. So there you have Moon Knight joining the party here. some of these guys. All right, next up we're gonna do the Mighty Thor, and this I believe was during the, I might be mistaken, but I think it's during the Jane Foster run when Thor was off doing other things. Here we go. Yeah, this is the Jane Foster era Mighty Thor. Beautiful. Oh man, I'm pretty sure I have this cover somewhere. Great job. Nailed it. This Mysterio one might be the lead contender for my favorite. Definitely the early favorite out of these so far. Let's see. I should have probably called what my favorite was before we started unboxing to see if the pre matched the end or the post. But next up, we're going to open up the Thing from the Fantastic Four. Okay, so that's what he'll be looking like. Should be a decent size on him. The box is a decent size, a little bigger than most, just slightly. Yeah, he's a little bit heavier too. Not that these are heavy at all, but in comparison to the others, yes. All right, Mighty Thor. Another early favorite out of all these would be Hawkeye over here. Pretty cool. All right, we got the Thing looking rough and rambunctious, like he's ready to do what needs to be done. Put the card back. All right, next one we're opening up. That was number 9. We got 10 left. Nightcrawler's next up, guys. Let's see. This is what he's gonna look like over here. Okay. And again, thanks to Joker's Child, the Fairlawn, my former home base. Even still, after I moved, I still make sure I stop in. I miss being there on Wednesdays in the morning at 12 or 11:50, whatever time I used to get there. Those were the days. All right, Nightcrawler, looking glorious. They captured that one perfectly. That's another one, another early top contender for favorite. I mean, look at that. The purple smoke, the Bamf, his hair, the ears, the outfit, his expression. Next up, Scarlet Witch. All right. So let's slide this bad boy out. I can already say I don't think this one's going to be a contender for the favorite. But regardless, still do love me some Scarlet Witch. So does my cousin Janelle. And Janelle and her cousin and her daughter, my cousin, her daughter, Victoria. We all three of us love Scotty Young. Big fan of Scotty Young. They have the Star Wars print, Scotty in their chill room downstairs. Beautiful Scotty Young print. I gotta get one. I don't know which one I would get, but all right, Scarlet Witch, looking amazing. Nightcrawler still definitely a contender for a favorite. Okay, this one's another Spider-Man that's up next. And there it is. Okay, I was having a little issue opening this that flap. So this is what he will look like over here. All right. Let's see. Oh, this one gets put together actually. So I'm gonna put this up here sideways. So here. Put all the plastic away. I always put it in the box immediately. And then this. So the base comes separate on this one, rare. And you have that slot right here. Okay. So that, then this goes in there. And just making sure. Facing forward. It should fit perfectly. So there's a curved edge right here. You just match it up right here. Okay. And then bam. Oh, and it's magnetic too. Perfect. That's great feature. Great feature. That made it easy. I don't have to worry about if I happen to push too hard or whatever. Alright, really cool. That was surprising. I didn't expect that. So that's a bonus point for that one. But not that's definitely a second place favorite. Okay, next up, we're gonna hit up Blade over here. Now these, there we go. That little cardboard flap was giving me an issue again. Now, I'm gonna show you. Okay, get Scarlet Witch over here. All right, Blade coming up next. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in if you're watching live. If you're watching on the rewind, thanks for tuning in also. Alright, this one actually comes separate also. Oh wow, yeah, it has a few separate pieces. Okay, this is different than the usual. Usually it's pretty straightforward, but they've managed to make it a little more efficient. So, you got the base, which has a little slot right there. Put that down for a moment. And then, Blade comes like this. His foot goes into the base, and then his arm is missing there. But that's because it comes separately. Oh, cool. They started, that's a change up from the huge. I just want to make sure I don't drop anything, which I'm prone to do. Okay, here we go. Let's see how it works out. There he is. All right. Gonna give Blade some center stage time there. Let him spin for you. Yeah, great figure. That one's that one's a top contender too. I'd say there's three favorites to be nominated for first place, and one favorite for second place so far. That's second tier. You know what I mean? So this time, let's go on the corners. So we've got Drax next, and this one's a bigger box, so it's a bigger figure. I'm not going to take the card out of the sleeve, but there you have it. Kind of like Uncle Fester looking a little bit. I don't know if they exist. However, I'm surprised if they don't. From when Scotty Young did the Oz comic books, I'm very surprised I haven't ever seen anything of that, or maybe I just didn't notice. All right, yeah, this is a big figure. They made Drax pretty massive. So we're gonna slide him over here. Oh, look at him. He like dwarfs over Blade. But very cool. There's something cool about it. Alright, so we are down to the last 5. Alright, we have 5 figures left. And then I will carefully transport them, only like 2 at a time, to the cabinet that I plan on displaying them in. Alright, next one up, we have Apocalypse. Fan favorite X-Men villain. Okay. Got the card right over here. Alright. Let's see. This one's a big figure as well. Big box. Right up there with Drax. As far as size-wise, the box. This one's definitely heavier than almost all of them. So as you can see, this one's a top contender as well. That one's pretty epic, in my opinion. So epic that we're gonna let him take center stage. Gonna move Blade. And slide Drax over and let Apocalypse do his thing, you know what I mean? Alright, next up, we are doing Sue Storm from the Fantastic Four. Huh. Now that I realize I have the thing, I don't know if I have Reed Richards and Johnny Storm. I'm not going to take the card out, but there you have an image of what's coming out of it. As you can see, I'm wearing gloves. I like making sure that I don't, smudge anything, especially with the comic books. All right, now this one was never opened. Okay, so this one I'm carefully slicing because I don't want to go too deep beyond just the level of the tape there. Okay. Alright, so this one comes in 2 pieces. Alright, so she has her base, which comes with little extra layer of thin, like styrofoam protection, very, very thin layer. And then it's also wrapped up in a plastic bag. Gonna put that back in. And then she comes separately. All right, this one has a little, the base has the groove. She has a little peg on her foot. So here she is, just like that. All right. Time to move Drax over a little bit. Let's get this together here. That goes in there. And we'll let the lady do her thing. Okay. We are down to the last 3. Wow, there's all these little styrofoam pieces that are pretty annoying. It's like it's snowing in here in Tyme Studios laboratory. Again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching live. Stop in at the Joker's Child. They still have some Scotty Young statues. I saw them there just a few weeks ago. There were ones that I already had, but awesome place. Comics, toys. Get yourself some. So we got Captain America Sam Wilson here. All right, this one's a big figure with the wings that makes the box much bigger. I am appreciative of, for the most part, the lower price point than in the past. When they first started making these, they were charging a little bit more, considering the size, and then not considering the size, and then they started pricing a little more appropriately. All right, oh, this one's beautiful. Okay, Apocalypse, it's time for you to slide over. Okay, this one is awesome. Sam Wilson, Captain America. Actually, I almost put it in the wrong side. You want to put the styrofoam box back in with the groove part facing up, so it's easier to pull out. Ba-da-dum-bum. Inside joke in there. Typical. All right, next up, second to last, we're going with Silver Surfer. All right, and that's what it's gonna look like. A variant of this would be great, just chrome silver, and then the little details on it just to imply animated, like shading, shadow. Okay, so this one comes in 2 pieces again. You have the Silver Surfer himself and his board, and then the peg right there on the back of the board, or the part that's going to be the back, depending which way he would be facing on it. And then, of course, we have our base. And that one has a peg, I believe it's magnetic, I'm not sure. I think there's a magnet in there. Yeah, there is. Okay. So, first I'm going to put this plastic back into the styrofoam casing. Okay. And then we have one left. We're down to the last one, but before we do that, let's give Silver Surfer his proper due. Oh, this one is not magnetic, so I got to be careful with that. Almost made a mistake. All right, Silver Surfer, welcome to the party. Scotty Young. I wonder what he gets out of these, because these have to sell pretty well. I mean, I hope he gets compensated for it. He should do some of his Oz ones, uh, if he hasn't already, of course. All right, beautiful Silver Surfer with with the black lines, just shading. That's just perfect. All right, last one up, guys. We got She-Hulk again. Thank you to those watching live. Thank you to those tuning in on the rewind, and definitely thank you to Joker's Child again. These were fun to collect while they were making them. Now it's basically just gonna be. That's it. It's all right though. I got a good amount of them. Uh, I doubt I'll get more. Especially just because mostly for due to space reasons. Besides, you know, 50, $60 here and there adds up immensely. So, yeah, She-Hulk is actually pretty cool. I'd say contender for second tier. Uh, Surprisingly, that one a little surprised. All right, just putting this here. Silver Surfer. All right, so guys, that does it. That is actually, I think, the first time in a while that I've done a massive unboxing live. Well, at least live. That might be a first. A live massive unboxing of 19 items. But hey, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for tuning in. If you find some of these and you want to get some, you can still get them, whether it be on eBay. I'm sure some websites still have these. I'm sure people have product. But great job, Scotty Young. I'm gonna miss Diamond making all these, and then all the new ones all the time. But that's a good thing for my pocket. So until next time, we'll see you then. So we'll see you next time, same toy channel. Don't forget, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And be safe, everybody. Peace.